Let's continue with biomolecules. Next topic is vitamins. Vitamins are complex organic compounds which are required in our diet in small amount to perform specific biological functions for normal maintenance and optimum growth and health of organisms. We need vitamins so that we remain healthy, and deficiency of vitamins leads to specific diseases. Vitamins are designated by alphabets A, B, C, D, etc. Some of them are further subgroups B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B12, etc. Excess of vitamins is harmful and vitamin pills should not be taken without the advice of the doctor. Classification of vitamins. Vitamins are classified in two categories. One is fat-soluble vitamins. They are soluble in fats and oils but insoluble in water. For example, vitamin A, D, E, K. They are stored in liver and adipose, that is fat storing tissues. Water-soluble vitamins. A B group of vitamins and vitamin C are soluble in water. They are grouped together. Out of them, vitamin C is water-soluble and antioxidant. Water-soluble vitamins must be supplied regularly in our diet because they are easily excreted in urine and cannot be stored except vitamin B12 in our body. Some important vitamins, their sources and their deficiency disease. First, we are taking vitamin A. Its chemical name is retinol. It's present in fish liver oil, carrots, butter, and milk. Its deficiency disease is xerophthalmia, hardening of cornea of eye, and night blindness. Second, vitamin B1. They are group of the vitamin B1 is water-soluble vitamin, whereas vitamin A is fat-soluble vitamin. The name of vitamin B1 is thiamine. Sources are yeast, milk, green vegetables, and cereals. Deficiency disease is beriberi, in which there is loss of appetite and retarded growth. Vitamin B2 is called riboflavin. It's present in milk, egg white, liver, kidney. Its deficiency is shallosis, fissuring at the corners of the mouth and lips, digestive disorders, and burning sensation of the skin. Vitamin B3 is called pantothenic acid. All food more in yeast, liver, kidneys, eggs, meat, milk, sugarcane, groundnut, and tomatoes are the source of vitamin B3. Dermatitis in cocks, graying of hairs, retarded growth, mental and body growth are the deficiency disease of vitamin B3. Vitamin B5 is called nicotinic acid or niacin. Fresh meat, liver, fish, cereals, milk, pulses, and yeast are the sources of vitamin B5. Pellagra, shriveled skin is the deficiency disease. Diarrhea and dementia are the other deficiency diseases of vitamin B5. Vitamin B6, chemically it's called pyridoxine. Yeast, milk, egg yolk, cereals, and grams are the sources. Convulsion is the deficiency disease of vitamin B6. Vitamin B12, cyanocobalamin, meat, fish, egg, and curd. Pernicious anemia, that is RBC deficiency in hemoglobin, is the cause of vitamin B12. It is also called nerve vitamin. Vitamin C is also water-soluble vitamin. It is ascorbic acid. Its chemical name is ascorbic acid. It is present in citrus fruits, amla, and green leafy vegetables. Deficiency disease is scurvy, bleeding of gums. Vitamin H, chemical name biotin, is also water-soluble. Yeast, vegetable, fruits, wheat, chocolate, eggs, milk, liver, and kidney are the sources. Dermatitis, that is skin disease, loss of appetite, weakness, hair fall, paralysis are the deficiency disease. Vitamin D is called ergocalciferol. Exposure to sunlight, fish, egg yolk. This vitamin is also called sunshine vitamin and required for bones. Rickets, that is bone deformities in children, and osteomalacia, soft bones and joint pains in adults is the deficiency disease of vitamin D. Vitamin E is called tocopherols. Vegetables oils like wheat, germ oil, sunflower oil are the sources of vitamin E. Increased fragility of RBC and muscular weakness and loss of reproductive power are deficiency disease of vitamin E. Vitamin K is called phyloquinone. It's present in green leafy vegetables. It increases blood clotting time and called hemorrhage. So its deficiency leads to hemorrhage. Next topic is nucleic acids. Every generation of each and every species resembles with its ancestors in many ways. How are these characteristics passed on or transmitted from one generation to the next? It has been observed that the nucleus of living cell is responsible for the transmission of inherent characteristics called heredity. So nucleic acids are responsible for heredity. The particles in the nucleus of the cell responsible for heredity are called chromosomes, which are made up of proteins and other type of biomolecules called nucleic acids. There are two nucleic acids. One is DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, and RNA, ribonucleic acid. Nucleic acids are long-chain polymers of nucleotides. That's why they are also called polynucleotides. Chemical composition of nucleic acid. Complete hydrolysis of DNA or RNA yields pentose sugar, which is either ribose or deoxyribose, phosphoric acid residue, and nitrogen-containing heterocyclic bases like adenine, guanine, cytosine, uracil, and thymine. In DNA molecules, sugar moiety is beta-deoxyribose, whereas in RNA, it is beta-D-ribose. This is the structure of beta-D-ribose, which is a pentose sugar, and this is the structure of beta-D2-deoxyribose, which is present in DNA, and this beta-D-ribose is present in RNA. DNA contains four bases such as adenine denoted by A, guanine denoted by G, cytosine denoted by C, and thymine denoted by T. RNA also contains four bases. First three bases are same, that is adenine, guanine, and cytosine. In addition, the fourth one is uracil, and thymine is absent in RNA. This is the structure of adenine. This is guanine. You may not be able to or need to remember the structures of these, but you can understand the names: adenine, guanine, cytosine, thymine, and uracil. Structure of nucleic acid. A unit formed by attachment of the base to 1' position of sugar is known as nucleoside. Means nucleoside consists of a sugar and a heterocyclic base, and 1' is the position of sugar to which it is attached. The sugar carbons are numbered as 1', 2', 3', etc. in order to distinguish these from the bases. When the nucleoside is linked to the phosphoric acid at the 5' position of sugar moiety, we get a nucleotide. So the difference between nucleoside and nucleotide is that nucleotide, along with sugar and heterocyclic base, it contains phosphoric acid residue also, which is linked to 5' position of the sugar, which is ribose or deoxyribose. Nucleotides are joined together by phosphodiester linkage between 5' and 3' carbon atoms of the pentose sugar. This is the first one is the structure of nucleoside, in which a sugar is linked with base, and second one is the structure of nucleotide, in which sugar is linked with base and also with the phosphoric acid residue. So this is the difference between nucleoside and nucleotide. Nucleoside does not contain phosphoric acid residue, whereas nucleotide contains phosphoric acid residue along with sugar and base. Formation of typical dinucleotide is shown below. This is one nucleotide, this is another nucleotide, and they are condensing together and forming phosphodiester linkage, and this is the formation of dinucleotide chain. Here you have to remember that the two nucleotides in dinucleotide and polynucleotide are linked by phosphodiester linkage. Structure may not be, you may not be able to remember, or there may not be any need to remember. A simplified version of nucleic acid chain: sugar is linked with base and phosphate, sugar is linked with base and phosphate, and this polymer is formed, which is the nucleic acid. Information regarding the sequence of nucleotides in the chain of nucleic acid is called its primary structure. Nucleic acids have secondary structure also. James Watson and Francis Crick gave a double strand helix structure for DNA. This is the double helix structure for DNA. Two nucleic acid chains are bound together about each other and held together by hydrogen bonds between the pairs of the bases. The two strands are complementary to each other because the hydrogen bonds are formed between the specific pairs of the base. Adenine forms hydrogen bond with thymine and cytosine forms hydrogen bond with guanine. Here thymine is forming hydrogen bond with adenine, thymine with adenine, guanine with cytosine, thymine with adenine, adenine with thymine, thymine with adenine, cytosine with guanine. So this is the specific base pair taking place in the two strands of DNA. That is why the two strands of DNA are complementary, not identical. And this also shows replication. From the old RNA, we are getting new RNA. So RNA is able to replicate itself, and this diagram also shows replication or duplication of DNA. In secondary structure of RNA, helix are present which are only single strand. RNA has single strand structure. Sometimes they fold back on themselves to form double helix structure. RNA molecules are of three types. They perform different functions. They are named as messenger RNA, denoted by mRNA, ribosomal RNA, which is denoted by rRNA, and transfer RNA, which is denoted by tRNA. These are three types of RNA present in our body. Biological function of nucleic acids. DNA is chemical basis of heredity and may be regarded as reserve of genetic information. DNA is exclusively responsible for maintaining the identity of different species of organisms over millions of years. Paternity test is governed by DNA test, that is, offspring will have same DNA as their parents. So DNA tests establish the paternity, that is parents of the offsprings. A DNA molecule is capable of self-duplication, as we have shown in the diagram, during cell divisions, and identical DNA strands are transferred to the daughter cells. Another important function of nucleic acid is the synthesis of protein in the cell. Actually, the proteins are synthesized by various RNA molecules in the cell, but the message for synthesis of the particular protein is present in DNA. That is, DNA directs the protein synthesis and it forms messenger RNA, which gives message for protein synthesis. Transfer RNA brings the amino acid for their combination, and ribosomal RNA provides the template where protein synthesis takes place.